All right, so my buddy RC came over today, and so he wanted to check out my new Arrma Kraton success. So I told him I was going to make this a shelf queen, like my other RC over there, my $600 shelf queen, which is still brand new, and it doesn't even have 50 feet of runtime on it. That's 5 years old right now. So let him do the honors. He wants to go ahead and open it up. Yeah. I believe that's the radio.
Transmitter. Tucked away in there. We don't really need to see that yet.
Yeah. It's got that new smell to it.
That new car smell. That good old rubber.
Yep.
And you know, we always have to do the test.
Yes. Man, that thing did not bottom out at all.
At all.
All right, so I put a couple of the clips back on here. You know, I don't know why they didn't, I know with the Arrma, the 8S, I know they went with body clips as opposed to what Traxxas is doing. I mean, I thought that would have been a better design, but I mean, the cool thing is they decided to go with the attachments to the body clips.
Yeah, like those.
Come on out of there.
It stays with the body. You don't have to worry about anything.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Is like a lot of things that, you know, typically you would be nickel and dime for, that they finally just decided to say, hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and add it to the truck. So. Got the body off. We'll set it over here.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
So what do you think?
Nice and beefy. Love this. Shocks are just, oh man.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't bottom out at all.
Yeah, sway bars, front and rear.
Yeah, you have this here at the top to prevent it from, if it flips over, it won't come crushing down on the rest of your parts. That was actually a smart design.
I never really noticed that.
It looks like some type of what you would call mud flaps for the front. I'm not exactly sure of the terminology, but that's an excellent choice there. I've never seen that before on RC. That way it keeps your truck clean. It's really smart.
Yeah, Arrma's in a class of their own right now.
And then we already have caps here on the connectors. You know, I was telling somebody, you know how they added this here in the middle, a brace? And I remember guys started adding something like this equivalent on the E-Revo for the back chassis to keep it from breaking. So it's nice to see how Arrma and RC manufacturers automatically started adding this to prevent, you know, for the stiffness, so that way you don't break.
Chassis flex.
Yeah, the chassis flex on the back. So that's something that's always been a problem. I even had it happen, if you guys reference one of my previous, man, that video is probably like 9 years old now, on my mini E-Revo that I did. That was one of the parts that I first broke when I had the wheelie bar on the back. The car would flip over and it would break. So something like this prevents something like that from happening. So we have that there. And then of course the battery. This is made, this is made for a 6S battery. So typically I like to have 2 batteries on each side, but it's no problem. So I have 2 3S's, so that'll fill it up really nice. So what do you think?
And then what we do is we check that out.
Yeah, nice little skid plate right there. Looks similar to what you would find on your A-scale buggies.
Oh yeah.
They went with metal instead of plastic, which is a better option.
Oh yeah. Everything's nice. That red just pops. Nice thick A-arms. Oh, that's not gonna flex.
Yeah, that's not gonna flex at all.
That center diff. Oh yeah. That's a beast.
Yeah, I wish I had my E-Revo down so I could compare the two. So this, it would be the counterpart to a E-Revo or E-Revo 2. That's a little bit smaller than the X-Max. You want to bring that one over? And of course, the Arrma Kraton 8S is the equivalent size of the X-Max.
There we go. Another monster. There's shots on this thing. Wow.
What's the bore size on that one, you think?
I think those are 16.
16s?
Pretty sure.
Very nice looking truck. Comes with all the tools here too. That's one of the things I did like about this truck. You get everything you need here to work on your car. I mean everything, like every little. Yeah, this is nice too. I have one of these here and had to purchase it separately, but it's nice to see they included this.
That body is just nice.
All right.
Look at the detail on this body. Pretty cool. Body clips are a must. And those are
What's it say?
Solid.
It actually has a sticker on here. Don't just bash it, blast.
That's it. A little extra protection here on the sides.
Is that actually protection?
Oh yeah. Keep it from breaking and cracking. Right there.
Yeah, you would think they would try to make some of these.
Support.
Ah, I see. You know what? They make some of these that are indestructible to prevent things like that from happening.
Keep your body intact. Yeah. Arrma's definitely raised the bar as far as, you know, this RC thing.
Right. I don't think they want to make that too indestructible because they want to keep you buying new bodies.
Of course. When that happens, you just go custom, go pro line, something a little thicker.
You know what? I was thinking you have painted a body for me, which is supposed to, isn't that supposed to be bulletproof on the inside? I think it was that one right there for the E-Revo, and I think it really wasn't too bulletproof. 6S on the E-Revo.
6S?
Yeah, 6S on the Revo. It just tore it up. I mean, like on the back and everything, and then it started cracking. So, yeah, that's actually supposed to be a bulletproof body right there, but that didn't last. I mean, it's still good, but on the back of it, it just got ripped up. All right, so let's see what else we got here. So I love how they did the wing. If you guys are familiar with like the E-Revo, for example, it was a little soft. Arrma made the decision to go in this video. I'm going to compare a lot of this to the E-Revo because that's what I have. And so for a lot of you guys who are new to my channel and aren't familiar with some things, I do know that the E-Revo has been out a lot longer. So I just use that as a reference point. But strictly, this is an Arrma video. This wing it's a little bit stiffer. I'm not sure if this is carbon or what type of material this is, but I remember the one on the E-Revo was really cheap. Yeah, I know it was like plastic, and you would always have to upgrade to something sturdier. But this will last a lot longer if you can. Here, what kind of material do you think this is?
It's a different type of plastic. It seems a lot more flexible.
You think it's carbon?
No, I'm not sure. Beautiful truck.
Yeah, it's gonna look really nice on my shelf, right?
Yeah, it'll look nice going across that slope of grass out there. Oh yeah. Just love this. You know, just the deal that you got a dog bone as to usually with the Revo, it's a transmission running everything.
Right.
That there's a center diff on this, fully adjustable. Just, you know, for the money.
Oh, hold this for a second.
For your buck.
So I want everybody to take a look at something really quick. So if you actually look at the design of this truck, now that I'm looking at it, From the back, and then having this brace here in the middle, and then looking at the way this is designed, this looks like an 8-scale buggy, but it's a truck.
Pretty much a truck.
It's pretty much a truggy. So if you look at, I do have, let me see, my Kyosho's up there. I'm not going to pull it down. But if you look at the comparison between a 8-scale buggy, like a Kyosho, I have I think it's the MP77 or the Inferno. It does have this brace, so you have that there for sturdiness. Then you also have this additional brace here in the middle to keep it from snapping. Honestly, this should have been included on a lot of buggies or cars. I mean, previously, like even if you notice the X-Max doesn't even have it. So you would think that an RC manufacturer would automatically include this to prevent your electronics and everything from just getting bashed if it happens to land. So that's just really smart on their part to add that. You want to hold this for a second? I want to see if I can pull it down. All right, so here's a comparison. This is what I'm talking about. This is my 8-scale Kyosho. So as you guys can see, it has a lot of similarities here. So with your buggy, you have it here. And then this truck also, the Arrma Kraton 6S, has this brace here in the back. I purchased this car back in 2011 or so. So as you can see, they've adopted a lot of the parts from a buggy to work with their truck. So it's in my opinion, it's kind of a cross in between the two. The design team, I believe they did an excellent job here. And as you can see that there are a lot of similarities. You have your motor here on both the sides. Obviously the ESC is mounted here, but they put theirs there in the front. I do love the fact that this is a monster truck with one servo. I got personally tired of having to get 2 servos. You know, when nowadays one servo will do a truck justice with the amount of torque and the speed and everything that they offer with technology. It's also my understanding this is not waterproof, but if you guys have been following my channel for any length of time, you guys know that water and salt water is definitely not my problem here. So if I want to take this to the beach or do whatever, I can do that and I can get away with it. So let me know what you guys think. I'm not familiar with all of the specs because I'm just opening this up. I haven't even looked at all the details as far as the KV of the motor or the volts. Do you know what they are offhand?
I think that one, well, it's a 6S, so that one will handle, I think that ESC
25?
150 amp ESC, I believe.
You think it's 25 volts though, or higher?
Probably
Okay.
25, being that you're running, you know, that might be more than that because you're running, if you're able to run a 6S, then you should be.
Okay, so roughly the ESC may be about 25 volts or so. I've been a little out of it, you know, I just got this just for excitement, and I will obviously compare the two once I read my information and take a look at it. Yeah. But I will run this, give you guys my thoughts on it. You have your servo here in the front. You also have, I like how this most of the RC cars nowadays are going with this design because it gets away from impact. If you guys are familiar with the Traxxas Stampede, that was actually one of my first RC cars, and the servo was right here in the front. So you would run into a curb and it would take the entire shock. And so you were always replacing those
servos.
Yeah, you were always replacing those servos there in the front. So they got away from that. They put this here because the car will take a little bit of the shock away. So that's a great design there. We have our ESC here. It may be water resistant. Again, I'll double check, and I'll also take a look at the specs here on the motor. So I'm going to eventually run this. I got all the batteries and stuff charged for it. So here they are right here. I got these 2 batteries ready to go. So I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Let you guys know what I think about the truck.
Oh yes, 50C.
Right. Now, these particular batteries, obviously I have another set of these. I have another set of these for my 4S. I'm sorry, my 6S X-Max. I have the original X-Max that came out. I never upgraded it. In fact, I got it December 15th or 18th of 2015. So this is completely stock. I did change out the I believe there was a recommended update because people were having problems with the fires or smoke or whatever on their X-Max. But just to give you an idea, these batteries will lift this car up off the ground, the original 6S X-Max. So
Yes.
that's one of the things that, in fact, I think that was my last RC car run video on my channel.
So this Kraton on those 6S Electron Pro batteries, oh yes, it's
Yeah.
gonna move.
Yeah, I want to see how these diffs handle up because I've had 35C Venom batteries that are, I forgot the, I know they're 6S or 3 volt. I'm sorry, they're three cell batteries, 2 for my e-Revo, and I was never able to fully run down the batteries on my 10 scale e-Revo. These batteries are more powerful, and the other batteries that I have them back behind me somewhere, they would literally tear up my e-Revo, the diffs and everything else, because the batteries are freaking crazy. So all I'm saying is these batteries are much more powerful, and I can't wait to see how the diffs, especially the rear diff, handles with the amount of power these Electron Pro batteries can put through it.
So I'm pretty sure Arrma will stand up to their name.
Oh, definitely. Let me see if I
This
have
thing
these
is
batteries,
just
too.
a beast.
Yeah, let's see if I.
Love it.
So what's your impressions of the truck? Just looking at it.
It's nice. It has me digging in my pocket. Let's see what we can get.
Let me see. I'm trying
Nice
to find
truck.
my-
Very, very well thought out.
Mhm.
As far as the shocks, awesome. Chassis, awesome. Motor system is pretty strong. You know, these days, these brushless motors are putting out a whole bunch of power.
Right.
So, yes, I've always been pretty much a diff guy, center diff, as to a lot of the tracks and stuff running transmissions. So, as far as price point, very good deal on these Arrma Kratons, Arrma vehicles that are out there.
Well, this freaking sucks. I'm trying to find my 6S batteries from Venom. I know I've got them around here somewhere.
Axis, there we go. Yeah, I would like to get these both out and see
So
what they do.
The funny thing is, I was asking people several days ago, which car was better? Should I get the 8S or the 6S Kraton? And everyone was like, yeah, get the 6S. The 6S is faster. So it wasn't until I went to the shop and noticed that the 8S, because they're both called Kratons, the one is 6S and 8S, that the 8S was the size of the X-Max. And so there's no difference on there that tells people, you know, that it's a different model. So for example, you have the e-Revo, then it goes to X-Max. So you have two different names. But with this, the only thing you know is 6S and 8S, but they're both the same vehicle.
So the 8S is considered
Fifth scale.
maybe one fifth scale, 1/6 scale.
Yep.
Yep. You know, you can never go wrong with an A scale. Just durability, stuff like that. But I know Arrma Kraton 8S is a massive beast. So we'll see how that one comes out.
So true.
Hopefully we'll be doing a review on that one in the near future.
All right, so the weird thing is I cannot find my Venom batteries. I have no idea where they are. They're probably up in another truck somewhere. I have no idea. So I just wanted to show you guys that for comparison size. And so, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what they will look like. But it's a good truck. I'm going to take it out for a run. I'm not sure if I'll do it today, but pretty, sometime soon.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get this running. I want to see that thing willy. Oh yes, well worth the money. So I'm working on a couple 10 scales time to jump up to the 8 scale. So you will see something sitting next to this Kraton very soon. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so we're finally just getting set up to just run this a little bit. And so we had some design questions here about the truck. And then come to find out, I slid a battery in, it wouldn't fit. But of course, Arrma was smart enough to know that people were going to use 2 batteries to fit for 6S. So this is adjustable here. This is the back battery plate, the holder. And then of course they have a clip on the front of the battery holder, the battery strap that
allows you to run the wires through. Hold your wires there.
As well as you can organize, yeah, you can keep your balance plugs out of the way too. This definitely needs to be out of the way somewhere. You think this? No, this will get car.
You can tuck those away in there also.
Yeah, I could tuck. Yeah, let's go ahead and tuck these away too. Because I hate, because those will rip off and break real easy.
These under.
Yeah, I would rather put those in there than the clips.
Have that. Hold those. Put too much pressure on those. Little thin wires, don't want those to get damaged with this hard plastic. But I think he's good there.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and get snapped in and see what this bad boy can do. Woo. Man, that just slides right on in there. All right, where's our radio? You know what? We didn't even take a look at our radio. So I just want to show you guys really quick what the radio looks like.
Spectrum.
And I have never used a Spectrum radio. I have Futaba, and of course I have Traxxas. So this is just a quick look at the radio. You have your little trims. You have 50, 75, and 100. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's new. You ever seen that?
No, that's just for steering.
Oh, that's just for steering? Okay.
Steering and your throttle. Let's get some power.
Well, let me see, because normally a radio says like 70 over 30 or something like that.
That one just has your adjustments on each one.
All right. So let's go ahead and get some power. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Then we'll put the battery in. Oh, you know what? Another thing I noticed. This has a bar here in the front. Very similar to what you would find on your 8-scale buggies. I can't remember the exact terminology.
Pretty good on the steering.
You want to run it with the body or off the body?
Never run without the body. Run.
Nah.
Gary.
Well, we're not going to pin it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're not going to damage the body the first day.
Let's go without the body.
Nah, I'm going to put it on here. Yeah.
And there she goes.
All right, so just a couple of things.
Kraton.
Obviously, the response time on the wheel is really fast.
There we go. Pretty good for a stock servo.
Yeah, it's really good. The only thing I don't like is because of what I'm used to is I'm used to the wheel on the radio being a little bit tighter. So it feels really loose, like I could play around with it. So I usually like a little bit stiffness into it. So
let's see, there she goes. Take her down.
now this is brand new. So one of the things I like to do is just kind of play around and PD around with it a little bit. I don't like to sit here and run at full speed because I don't want any accidents to happen. I like to savor the moment. So.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Like butter. Come on.
kind of had a mind of its own there that kind of tried to veer off a little bit. You know, I need to get a grip on that.
Right. Come on, bring her back up.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance out. I'm not full speed at all. I'm not full speed at all, but usually by the time I'm actually about hitting full speed, I'm actually letting it go.
Right. Come on back. Oh, nice grip on those tires.
Definitely, it's definitely a sick grip on these tires because I just don't want to lose control with curbs and cars right here. So if we were at a park right now, of course I would go ahead and do that. I just want to check the tires. First, the front tire on the left was kind of wobbly. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Need to make minor adjustments just correctly out of the box.
You see how it's swinging left and right? I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, you see how it's doing that tailspin?
Yes.
So I'm going to look at it, see if I need to tighten up anything, but that's what it looks like after a first run on this. So I'm really impressed with the car as far as how it can handle, but that does concern me as far as it wobbling left and right out of the box. Of course, maybe I need to tighten up a little bit, but
Yes.
that's exactly what's going on right now with the truck. Yeah, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm sure you guys see that now.
Hold that.
Yeah,
Hold it.
yeah, let me see here. Wish I could have something to hold it.
Oh, yeah. Watch it.
Here, can you do it? See if you can just pin it.
Okay, careful.
All right, so I can see this is a little loose. The shock mount here, this is a little loose here on the back. It's rattling a little bit. So there's definitely some tightening up I need to do on the truck. But this is what you guys are going to get pretty stock. So when you guys get this brand new out of the box, I highly recommend you guys make sure everything is tightened up and the wheels aren't wobbly. So that's my experience. As you guys can see it, this is all brand new. First time running the Kraton Success. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will have more on this for you guys. And again, I want to thank my buddy RC for coming out, helping record and do some other things. So let me know what you guys think below.
Lovely kit. See ya.
Yes, that thing
It's definitely pulling.
I'm kind of nervous about that. Going that fast too?
Yeah, it's definitely pulling.
Yep. Yeah, careful. Yeah, careful with that, because I know that wheel. Wait.
Pulling to the right. Just a little adjustments in your camber. You can see it's leaning in a little bit.
I thought it was this one.
So this one's leaning. This one's facing out. So let's see where it's steering.
I don't think it's the steering, it's the wheel. For it to get wobbly like that.
Yeah, it might be in your linkage and stuff down there. Then make sure everything's all tightened up. But man,
Yeah.
It's definitely worth that money.
Right.
It's crazy, and that it helps with the handling and all that. So, as we both know, you can't go wrong with this stuff.
You want a picture with it?